town ran out of money.
If you don't make a move, pretty soon there won't be anything left to save.
Two brothers in a small town. One never left.
You're the son and Sweeny and son, not me. Because I stayed and worked.
The other swore he'd never return.
Now I'm back.
The past and the future are about to collide in a place called Hyperion Bay. And now, an all-new episode.
Cannery's already open, so what's the point of this particular clam bake?
It's a photo op. It's just a little PR. No big deal, really.
Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping I'd get to see you cut the ribbon with a pair of those big clown scissors.
No such luck.
Coming through. Good morning. My, but that's a large pair of scissors she's holding.
Wow, snowflake cookies.
There he is, man of the hour. Pardon us. Watch the step. Take the scissors and stand here. A proud father. Right next to Dennis. This is just perfect. Oh. This is my front page, the pride of Hyperion Bay, Sweeny and Son.
What sort of technological marvels can we expect to see coming through the doors of your magical workshop?
Well, we're working on an anti-cookie utility.
I thought you liked cookies. I remember you sneaking those big snowflake cookies into the library.
Different kind of cookies, Mrs. Pangborn. See, cookies are a little piece of computer code. Websites like this slip them onto your web browser whenever you visit a site. It's a way of tracking you on the internet. And so we're working on something that'll allow you to surf in privacy.
Oh.
Where'd you meet Dennis?
In San Francisco.
Do you work at the same company?
No, I work at Ashford's, the auction house.
Oh, an auction house. That must be exciting. And you and Dennis are friends?
Uh-huh.
And you came back with him?
Oh, I had some vacation time coming, and he asked me, and so, well, here we are.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I like your earrings.
So you coming by the office later so we can talk about getting you and Jennifer out of that lovely motel?
You know, there was a time I dreamed about being in a motel with a pretty girl.
Ah, and now?
Now I like to know where the first couple to use the sheets.
Well, come by the office anytime.
Okay. Hey. Hey. Want to take another swing at me?
No, not right now. You didn't tell Dad about me and Amy.
You asked me not to, so I didn't.
Thanks.
I got the right one, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, you got the right one. Now look how much sense that makes.
I remember you building all those models. Your room was full of cars.
This is better than a model. This you can just get in and go.
Would the gentleman care for a test drive?
Just window shopping today.
Boys and machines. What's the deal with that?
Oh, we'll tell you, but then you'll have to explain why women only go to the ladies' room in pairs.
I'd be drummed out of my sex if I told you that. Dennis, do you have a minute?
Sure.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Okay.
All right.
See you around, Nick.
Later.
You didn't see where they went with those snowflake bakery cookies, did you?
I think they all got snapped up.
Nuts!
I wanted to ask you something.
Ask away.
Well, Jennifer, the girl you brought with you,
Yes, that would be Jennifer. Yes.
the two of you, what you are is friends.
Yes.
She's your friend.
Right.
You're good friends, you and her.
Close friends.
Wow, I just wanted to clear that up.
Okay. Sure, anytime.
I'll catch you later.
Okay. Say hello to Nelson for me.
I'll be sure to do that.
He watched her go, and he was reminded of those distant high school days. When he watched her heading for the girls' locker room after cheer practice, the afternoon sun polishing her hair.
I've warned you about narrating other people's lives.
Life's a novel, somebody's got to write it.
Want to help me find a house?
Gonna get a house to live in?
I'll miss the convenience of the ice machine just outside the door, but yes, I thought a house. Amy's gonna help.
Thought I better call the office.
You're on vacation.
Just check in.
Right. Okay. Listen, Jennifer, I was...
Oh, Dennis, your folks are leaving. Hi, it's me. Jennifer.
It's 10:30 in the morning. How can you eat those things for breakfast?
Well, you can always do French fries. Hey, what was going down at the cannery?
Oh, it's a grand opening of my brother's home for wayward nerds.
Here you go, Nick.
I like the old cannery.
Do you remember what the old cannery smelled like?
No. I mean, after it closed, you know, you get ticked off or something, you go down there and throw some rocks, break some of those big windows, let off some steam. Well, quality of life has changed in this town.
Well, change is what it's all about.
Hey, Trudy wants to go movies this weekend. You and Amy want to come?
Oh, I don't think so, Nelson.
Oh, come on, you gotta come. If we go with you guys, I have a chance of seeing something good. I take Trudy, I gotta see what she wants.
Why, how bad is that?
Oh, it's better now that Titanic's finally gone. 3.5 hours, and people don't get their feet wet till the thing's almost over. Be a pal, help me out.
Oh, not this week.
Now, this one's on Addison near the high school.
Oh, I know this one. Matt Enright lived here.
Yeah, they left after the cannery closed. Now, this one is smaller, but it has nice features.
Doyle's.
Gone in '96.
I remember my dad building some of these.
Yeah, he built a lot. You know, and they're good houses. Thanks to you, there'll be good people in them again.
You know, somewhere in each of these houses is my dad's name. He'd do it just before the last drywall went up. He'd take a marker and write his name on a beam like he was signing a painting.
Yeah, Nick liked to leave pennies. Whatever he had in his pocket, the day they finished the walls, he'd toss them in behind the studs. For luck.
Do you want this to happen, you and Nick?
No, I don't want this to happen.
What do you want?
Well, I'd like to do some house cleaning. I'd like to go tidy up a few things from the past. Hey, you're in computers. Why don't you build me a time machine so I can go back and clean up some spills before they happen?
How's the cookie situation?
It's not exactly a killer application, Dennis.
Stopping browser cookies, it's a basic yawn.
Somebody wants to keep somebody from planting hates on their hard drive. All they have to do is find the cookie file, delete the contents, then resave the file and set the attributes to read-only.
Or corrupt the cookie by deleting the contents and then set read-only and save.
That's exactly what I just said.
It was much quicker.
No, mine was one step quicker.
Join me here on planet Earth. For you guys, it's an option. For the average consumer, it is not. We have to think in terms of the end user.
We spend too much time thinking about the end user.
Well, that's because we're a consumer software company. If we don't think about the consumer, they won't buy our products, and we'll go out of business.
Your point being?
People are so paranoid.
And they're entitled to be paranoid. You only need 18 bytes of code to delete the contents of a hard drive. I'm gonna check in with Deep 13. Think like consumers.
Okay.
Nick, got a minute?
Hey, Ruth, for you, anything.
I got a call from Alice Bailey's son, Clifford, over at the bank. You remember Alice Bailey? She used to work for the Dumfries sisters.
Sort of.
Well, her boy Clifford works at the bank, and he called because he got a couple of checks from us. Morton Paint and Durkee's. He's holding them.
Why's that?
Well, he says if he puts them through, he'll overdraw the account.
Okay, I'll talk to my dad about it.
Thanks, Nick.
Oh, Ruth, nobody else has to know about this, okay?
Oh, sure.
Hey, Dad, what's up?
Leonard Crowley. He's a big-time developer now. Got a cell phone in his pocket, but he can't use it to call me.
Hey, the bid's good. We'll get the job.
Yeah. We'll get it. We'll get it.
Does this have anything to do with the bank calling?
Ruth shouldn't worry about things she shouldn't worry about.
Dad, they did us a favor by calling. They could have bounced those checks on us.
Frank Sweeney's checks don't bounce. I'll fix it. I'll take care of it.
Take care of what?
It's covered.
I thought we were sharing the responsibility.
We share the responsibility, but it's still my company, okay?
Sure.
It's a slight problem. It trips some virus protections, but it's, you know, the code works. It's just an awkward install. I want to hold it back until I can solve the problem.
The customer is just going to have to install it properly. That's what instruction books are for.
I'd rather make the product better.
While you're making it perfect, someone's getting our shelf space. I want this in the pipeline.
The cookie roller is the first program out of this facility. I want to make it right.
Don't get anal about this, Dennis. You're not doing theoretical work. These are products. They mean nothing until they reach the customer.
You care so much about getting it out so fast, you could always put it on the web as free shareware.
The salt air is doing wonders for your sense of humor. Who's that woman waving at me?
Oh, actually, I was waving at my son.
Mom, you're early.
Am I? Oh, I wouldn't know. I don't wear a watch. Hello.
How do you do?
Mom, this is Borden Hicks, founder of Muse Prime, and Borden, this is my mother, Marjorie Sweeny.
A pleasure.
Nice to meet you. Assuming this actually counts as meeting.
Well, Dennis, I see you're busy, and you've got a product to deliver in less than 48 hours.
I'll get back to you.
You certainly will.
Wow. Well, suddenly I feel like I'm the mother of George Jetson.
Come on, I'll show you the rest of Spacely Space Sprockets.
Spacely Space Sprockets?
You remember that?
Party?
Not a party, just a celebration for their anniversary.
Yeah, but Nick and Amy's anniversary isn't for another 3 weeks.
I don't think that's what makes it a surprise.
Yeah, but they haven't said anything about it, which I took as a cue that they wanted a low profile this year.
It would be low profile, just the family. And Jennifer. Like the going away dinner when they finally went to Santa Barbara for their honeymoon?
Oh, yeah.
Remember how happy they were?
I do.
Maybe they need to be reminded just a little.
I always get my man. I always get my man. I always get my man. And baby, I'm gonna get you. Don't try to run. Don't try to hide. I got a better tracking system than the FBI. I hunt you down.
No, I just don't want the graphics to be too cute. It's security software, not Teletubbies.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Hi.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Dennis?
Hello? Hello? Right. I need to see a final version of the, yes, that's what I'm saying. Right. Thank you.
This looks like a movie about the CIA. Maybe this is the CIA with the badges and everything. And you're in charge of this whole place.
Well, I'm responsible for it. I don't know if I'm necessarily in charge.
Oh, God. You look like you're in charge.
Well, then I guess I'm in charge.
I brought you something sweet. I baked them myself.
Oh, thank you.
Try one.
Oh, cookies and milk is usually an afternoon thing, right after nap time.
No, you have to try one now. I took them out of the oven, and I came straight here so you could try one while they're warm.
Oh, it's a little hot.
I don't like to use those little morsels. I like to break the chocolate up into big chunks. You really have something to sink your teeth into. But it can get a little messy the way I do it. So what do you think?
Delicious.
I told you you'd like it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can see that you have a lot to do. I just wanted to drop by and make like the Welcome Wagon.
Thank you for the cookies.
My pleasure.
Ragtag group of misfits overcome their differences when the world is threatened by an asteroid.
Anything else?
A ragtag group of misfits overcome their differences when the world is threatened by a comet.
What makes you think those movies have gotten any better in the 3 months since we didn't see them in the theaters?
Well, here we can turn off the sound and make up better dialogue.
Oh.
What was the name of that place that we stayed at in Santa Barbara?
The Prescott Inn?
You really liked it, right? I mean, you thought it was really romantic?
I remember we were romantic all over the place.
Good.
Dennis, Nick and Amy, maybe shouldn't push it with them, huh?
I'm not pushing. Nudging, maybe, but not pushing.
I think I found that asteroid.
Oh. Those are cookies. From work. Cookies from work.
Oh. These are intense. I thought the closest the average computer programmer got to baking was picking blobs of cookie dough out of their ice cream.
Actually, it wasn't anybody at the cannery. It was somebody else.
Who?
The Welcome Wagon.
They actually have a Welcome Wagon?
Unofficially. Yeah, it was an unofficial Welcome Wagon.
That's so cute.
Hey. I just thought I'd be prepared, you know, and, get ready.
You know, you move out and your parents are bound to suspect something.
Well, we'll tell them. When we know that this is really gonna happen, we'll tell them.
Want me to pack for you?
No, I'll pack.
Nick, you're a lousy packer. When you pack things that couldn't possibly get wrinkled, wrinkle. Solid objects get wrinkled when you pack.
You shouldn't have to help me pack for this, Amy. Not this.
Well, suppose I lay things out for you and then you put them in the actual case. And that way, you're the one who's doing the official packing.
I don't know, it just, it doesn't seem right to me.
Nick, what difference does it make who packs the bag? Just seems to me that things are bad enough without all your shirts getting messed up.
Hey.
You know, if you tie a naked woman to the hood, you might get a little more attention with this thing.
Yeah, I thought about that, but the manual warns against transporting unstable loads. The offer of the test drive still stands. You know, half the fun of buying this thing was thinking about you trying it out. I mean it. I'm just trying to pay you back for letting me ride your 10-speed.
This cost you a lot more than my 10-speed.
Give it a shot. Watch those troubles disappear in the rearview mirror.
Maybe later.
Look at this. They're talking instead of swinging each other around by the shirt front.
Hey, Dad.
Dad?
Your mother wants you and your ladies to come over for dinner tonight.
That sounds great.
Actually, I think we'll take a rain check.
You got plans?
Well, I don't know if Amy's got anything planned.
Well, your mother is checking with her. Let's figure the calendar's free and you can do it.
Well, looks like I don't have much choice.
Oh, come on. Jennifer's only had Dad's cooking up until now. She should experience something more than steak and corn on the cob.
I beg your pardon. What's wrong with steak and corn on the cob?
Not a thing.
All right, I guess.
7 o'clock.
Unless Amy's got something planned.
Well, it's not that we have anything planned. I just don't want to say yes in case Nick was thinking about something.
Well, Frank was going to check with Nick, so why don't we just assume you can make it?
Marjorie, we eat at your house so much, it just doesn't seem fair.
But it's easier cooking for 6 instead of figuring out something for just Frank and me. Isn't that how it is with you and Nick?
Well, our schedules haven't really been in sync lately. We've been fending for ourselves at dinner most nights.
Well, more the reason for you to come, is it?
If Nick says okay, we'll be there.
That's what I love about computers. Whatever you tell them, they think it's the truth.
Remember how you said it takes 18 bytes of code to completely blank somebody's hard drive?
Yeah. Proof to get a way to do it in 12.
You what?
It's a slower virus. It sort of eats through the data.
Like the blood in the Alien movies?
The first 2 good ones.
Of course.
We're a little unclear on the concept here. We're supposed to protect people's data, not bulk erase it.
Don't dismiss this idea. It's killer code.
And destruction is always more interesting than creation.
Oh, baby.
Wow. This is so incredibly nice of you, Trudy, but you really shouldn't have gone through all the trouble.
This is something I love to do. If I'd known you had this many people here, I would have brought more the first time. You want to know there's enough to go around. Oh, I saved these for you.
I had no idea you liked to do this.
Well, there's really no reason why you would, is there? We don't know each other very well. We went to high school together, but it's not like we were friends.
You and I were in high school at the same time, but I don't think you can say that we were there together.
Was it that different for you?
Someday when you have the time, I'll tell you all about it.
You promise?
Wait just a second.
Hello, folks.
Jennifer, you remember Trudy, right?
You bet. Hi. Actually, I should get going.
Sure.
It's nice to see you again.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me a second. I'll be ready to go.
Nice caboose on the old Welcome Wagon. So gender-free, then why didn't you tell me she was the one with the ginger snaps?
No, she hasn't made ginger snaps. So far, it's strictly chocolate chips. All ready?
What exactly did you two talk about the other morning?
Mostly we talked about you.
What about me?
Well, she was asking about you and me being friends.
Friends.
Yes, and I told her we were very close friends, which we are.
And did you ever feel you needed to amplify that word friend with another word such as girl? She's my girlfriend?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Why not?
Because I seem to recall someone giving me a substantial hard time about being introduced as my girlfriend.
When?
At dinner at Stanford.
That was Stanford. You were introducing me to PhDs with tweed jackets and pipes. You called me your girlfriend, and I felt like shopping Barbie. Tee-hee, math is hard.
And ever since then, I've been very scrupulous about not calling you my girlfriend.
Well, this is different.
How so?
Because last time I checked, Trudy wasn't on the faculty at Stanford. Words mean different things to different people.
Well, I'll call you Aunt Tilly if you want me to, but you're gonna have to decide what you are, one way or another.
There you are.
Sorry, we're
Oh, never mind. Come on in. Surprised?
Should have known something was up the way they fast shuffled us into this.
They're just trying to help it, Nick.
Well, not exactly fine crystal, but not jelly jars either.
Oh, I'm sure the champagne won't mind.
Well, I would like to claim the first toast to my favorite brother and my favorite sister-in-law.
Actually, I'm your only brother.
Same difference. Cheers.
What's for dessert?
There's some ice cream in the freezer.
Ice cream?
Mm-hmm. Neapolitan. The one with 3 flavors.
All right. I came home, it smelled like you were baking.
Or was. I did.
Oh, what'd you make?
Made some cookies.
Well, where are they?
I gave them away.
You didn't keep any?
No. Not this time.
Used to make cookies for me all the time.
I haven't had this much fun at a meal since the time we came back to the house for a bite after we buried my grandmother.
I don't know what's going on, but whatever it is, the last thing those two needed was this kind of attention.
Yeah, this wasn't a very good idea, was
I
it?
told you.
I think we're ready for coffee and cake.
Oh, boy.
Well, I think this is going great. Don't you? Well, I've got a small presentation to make. Since this isn't an anniversary party, this can't be an anniversary present. But it's something I thought you two deserved. Here you go.
The Prescott Inn.
Yeah, it's this really cool little bed and breakfast resort place right up the coast from Santa Barbara.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it. It's supposed to be lovely.
The two of you can get away from everything, have some time on your own, relax.
I just don't know when we'll be able to clear the time to get away.
Well, you know what I think? I think the two of you should make the time. You know, a break like this is something that everybody needs once in a while.
You know what I think we really need? I think we need people to mind their own business.
Your brother gave you a gift, Nick.
I asked you not to try so hard. Is this your idea of backing off? Hmm? You know, you better try and get your money back or take your girlfriend, because I don't see me and Amy getting much use out of it.
Why not?
Because we're gonna separate, Dad. That's why not.
That's a very bad joke, Nick.
Yeah, it sure is.
Did you know about this?
Hey, look, don't ask him. It's got nothing to do with
Now,
him.
what does it have to do with, if you don't mind my asking?
Well, you know something, Dad? I do mind you asking. There are some things you don't want me in on. Well, maybe that works both ways.
Amy, I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize.
What do you mean I keep you out of things?
It's just something that we have to do. That's all. That's all.
Yes, that's all.
You watch your tone talking to your mother.
It's just that, we've had some things that we've been trying to work through, and we've tried, but we haven't really
Amy,
been
you don't
able-
have to explain this to them,
If I
please.
could explain it, Nick, I would. I'm just trying to talk about it now that you've decided to make this little announcement.
Well, thanks for the cake.
Sit down. Do not leave this table until you are told you can leave.
I'm going home, Dad, not to my room.
First, you answer my question.
Why?
You don't answer my questions. Why should I answer yours?
Family and business are two different things.
Oh, so if I were a stranger, then you'd treat me better at the office? Is that how it works?
We're not talking about that now. We're talking about you and Amy.
No, we are not going to talk about anything. Not tonight. Do you understand me?
Sit down. Sit down, Nick, please.
I'm sorry, but I have to take my wife home.
James Nicholas Sweeny! You could leave that.
I don't need to see this first thing in the morning, thank you very much.
I was thinking about that time we almost broke up.
Oh, it was miserable.
I slept in the backseat of the Plymouth for what? Yeah, 2 weeks.
My mother told me to leave you. She said, put your clothes in a shopping bag so we won't know what you're doing and come home.
But you stayed.
So did you.
It's kind of late for a run, isn't it?
Just a quick one. 20, 30 minutes. Go to bed if you have to.
I screwed up.
Don't ask me.
I'm not asking. I'm just saying, when you plan something that's supposed to bring people together and they split up right in front of you, there's not much spin you can put on it. That's screwing up.
You didn't do anything, Dennis. That fuse was lit long before you got here.
What do you mean? What did I miss? Is this what it was like when your folks broke up?
I'm running now.
I need some data here, Jennifer. I need something I can correlate. You're somebody who knows about people breaking up.
What kind of crack is that?
It's not a crack. That's what happened, right?
You want to know what happened? My parents broke up when I was 6. My dad got remarried and moved to Virginia. I used to get a Christmas card from him every year with a photo. First, it was him and his new wife in front of the Christmas tree, and then the two of them and a baby, and then another baby. The trees got bigger and the babies got bigger. Out in Virginia, this whole little solar system was building up around my dad, but nothing ever changed for my mom and me. She had all the change she could handle. I've had Thanksgiving dinner in a restaurant every year since I was 6. That's what I know about family.
All right, look, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry, Dennis. Just try to remember the rest of us are people, and the world isn't your database.
Oh, and what's that crack supposed to mean?
Nothing. I have my keys.
No, not this time. Not till you tell me what you meant.
You asked me to come with you to this place, and I did, because I like you, and you're smart and funny, and you're not a jerk or a drug addict. And I'm plopped into the middle of mothers and fathers and brothers, and am I a friend or a girlfriend? And I just get this weird, Rod Serling kind of feeling that we're all part of some experiment you're running.
It's crazy.
Crazy? You've got programmers writing software in a place that canned tuna. Your brother and his wife are breaking up, and you're trying to send them on a second honeymoon, and you say I'm crazy?
This is not how I thought it would be, all right? It's not. It's coming back.
What did you think it would be?
I guess I thought it would all be the same. You know, as if my family in this town, they just put themselves on hold while I was away. It's pretty stupid.
Well, you're many things. stupid is not one of them.
I left this place and these people, and I did pretty damn good for myself. But the thing I can never shake, the worm chewing at all the good stuff I've got, is a feeling that I didn't leave. Is that I quit. I ran away.
Well, there's running away, and then there's running toward. It seems to me you got out to do what you couldn't do here.
Well, before I can go any further, I gotta know some things. Mostly about myself. I can't move ahead if I don't know for sure what I'm leaving behind. As of 8:36 this morning, the source code and documentation for the internet cookie roller have been transmitted to the main campus in San Anselmo. This facility's first commercial product is in the pipeline. Soon Americans will be able to safely and anonymously download all the fake celebrity nudes they can find. But seriously, I want to thank everybody for all your hard work. You know, I'll admit something to you. All this is very, very new to me. You know, the responsibility, the authority, the opportunity. I don't want much, just for things to be perfect. If I can't do that, at least I want things to be as right as I can possibly make them. But I'm starting to realize I can't do that by myself. So I guess that's lesson number 1 for today. Oh, so now it's time to bring up your headliner. Here's our founder and CEO of Muse Prime and our boss, Borden Hicks.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just wanted to thank and congratulate you all. The good news is your facility, designed, debugged, and shipped, a commercially viable application faster than any startup unit in the brief history of this company. The bad news is that I'll expect you to keep doing it that way. As we move further and faster,
Hello, Trudy.
claiming more
Hello.
of the software landscape as our own personal.
Thought maybe you and I could have a little chat.
Well, this must be serious.
Why do you say that?
You brought me in the girls' room. Either you want to sneak a cigarette or you've got something on your mind.
I don't smoke. Right now, we're in the women's room. To my mother, this would be the ladies' room. And just now, you called it the girls' room. Different names, different messages. And all you do is change one word.
Are you sure you don't want a cigarette?
I think we have a small linguistic misunderstanding that needs to be cleared up.
Uh-huh.
When Dennis said that I was his friend, he meant more than that.
But he said friend, and Dennis strikes me as a pretty precise guy.
You know what I mean. I'm his girlfriend.
Well, not till he says so.
Okay. Maybe I'm going about this the wrong way.
No, you tipped your hand. Or maybe you just haven't spent as much time in the girls' room as I have. You probably think you can give me a little lecture about boundaries, and that's all it takes. You think you've got me pegged, don't you? Not that you'd ever be caught looking down your nose at me. That wouldn't be nice. But it makes you squirm to think that somebody like me might actually be competition. Well, you don't know anybody like me. Because you don't know anything about me.
I'll tell you what I do know. I know I don't want you coming in here with any more cookies for him. And that goes for pies, cakes, crullers, and anything else you can cook up in ice. You understand?
Okay. Next time it won't be cookies.
When I was a young boy, well, they tried to tell me I was
You're not kidding with that thing, are you?
A lot easier to understand than people. How long have you been watching?
Long enough.
I'm sorry about what happened.
Wasn't your fault.
It wasn't?
Oh, last night. Yeah, that was totally your fault. Yeah. But not her and me, no. You're off the hook for that one. You always were the one with the lists and the timetables, weren't you? I remember our family outings were always some kind of polar expedition with you. Still trying to do that, aren't you?
I like things organized. I want them to make sense.
They don't. Life's pretty much a landslide.
The trick is, look good while you're ducking the boulders.
Well, you can do that, then you're really onto something. God, there is so much stuff I don't know anything about.
It's time to go home.
I moved out.
Do you want me to hang around?
No, you go ahead.
I'll see you.
Yep.
You better slow down. You better slow down. Come on.
Hi, honey.
Have we been attacked by Girl Scouts?
I felt I'd been neglecting your sweet tooth lately. So I rolled up my sleeves and personally purchased each and every one of these cookies with my own two hands, expressly for you.
I miss these. Everything goes better with the snowflake cookie.
Prove it.
You don't know, but it's all right now. All right now. It won't be long till you see who's left standing when it's said and done. Who's left standing and who's left and run.
Tonight's Hyperion Bay included music from Storyville, Keb Mo,
You better slow down.
and Shamika Copeland.